Good morning, guys. Landon Rich, call center crew. Just wanted to, again, talk more about this getting to the cloud. Had a lot of great response from yesterday's little rant of getting to the cloud. So, look, just to continue on this is, we talked a little bit about yesterday on how people are scared to look. It's a big risk, right? Especially if you spent only 5 years ago, you spent $5 million on all this premise-based equipment, technology, stuff like that, and then you were like, oh, I need to get to the cloud, so I need to go to my president and try to convince them that we've maximized our ROI on $5 million and then spend another smaller lump sum of money, mind you, to move to the cloud. That's scary. But what's even scarier, and we go into more depth on this on our previous podcast with Ray Hicken on moving from premise to cloud. I'll tie the link in here on YouTube. But look, we shared a story with Focus Services in El Salvador, where they had a huge not a natural disaster, but a huge disaster, a fire in their complex that was from a kitchen from another company, and the entire strip mall went up in flames. And if that's not scary, look, if you think that you are immune to natural disaster and just to accident in general, and that, oh, that will never happen to me, and and hopefully you do have some obviously measures in place to limit that risk, but if you think that you are excluded from that potential risk of something happening to your site, you're crazy, right? So again, going back to flexibility of the cloud. Flexibility in the cloud, I think, is the number one biggest ROI of why you should get to the cloud right now is, going referencing back this story of the fire in El Salvador. It displaced, I want to say, over 300 agents in a matter of minutes, right? They could not take phone calls. And their customers were, they basically had to put them on an IVR. Luckily, right, because they were on the cloud, they could rent seats, literally across the city and get back up and running within 2 days, right? Because they were on a cloud-based ACD and they were able to move over. They didn't have to worry about, any servers or any premise-based physical phones or anything like that on in the site, because they couldn't access the site for like probably close to a week after the fire. They couldn't even access anything because they had to do investigations and everything like that, right? So again, going back, imagine if you're on a premise-based, even it doesn't matter the seats, it's the business. If you have a premise-based operations here and something happens like that, you are toast. So that $5 million we're talking about that's a little bit risky, that $5 million doesn't exist anymore because you're out of business. Especially if you're a BPO, you have 1,000 seats and you're handling 20 clients and X amount of phone calls per day, and you have something happen like that, and you have all this premise-based stuff, you're toast. Your clients are gone. They've gone and moved on to somebody who has a cloud-based system and who is more reliable and more flexible with their phone calls. So again, number one, just to finish off this, is flexibility. Flexibility, to me, again, in my opinion, is the number one largest ROI. And again, we could crunch the numbers and give you a dollar amount on the specific dollars that you'll spend to move to the cloud, and the ROI in terms of dollars for the CFOs of the world. But operationally, without a doubt, flexibility, being able to not have to worry and be tied down, it's huge. It's huge. So again, guys, callcentercrew.com/get-to-the-cloud. You're going to find all these videos in one spot. You can also follow it on YouTube. I'll be referencing, again, linking some of the videos of the previous podcasts that you can relate back to. But again, biggest motto from day one, call center crew, adapt or die. Got to get to the cloud. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.